Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Danny, the Wicked Awesome Gardener, coming at you from my kitchen, which is my temporary growing space, potting up space. I've got the rack set up in the other room with all the lights, but we're gonna have a pot going in here. And if you recognize this from my mail call last week, you'll know what's going in that pot. In this bundle of slightly damp newspaper are 2 rhizomes for Shampoo Ginger, otherwise known as Awapuhi. Shampoo Ginger is really cool. It grows this like pine cone shaped pink or red flower, and when you squeeze it, it releases a juice that is all nice and soapy and slippery, and it makes wonderful shampoo. Now, I had actually never heard of this before until earlier this year. I was getting my hair cut, and my friend who cuts my hair was talking about how someday she wants to grow shampoo ginger, and I'm like, what is shampoo ginger? And she goes, oh, well, we sell it right over here. All this is the secretion of the flowers from the shampoo ginger. Bottle it up and it's shampoo. You can just squeeze it right out, dump it right on your hair, wash it up. It's fabulous. She goes, I want to grow it so that I can bottle it myself, sell it here in my shop, or just use it for myself. She's like, I would really love to get shampoo ginger. I just can't find out where to get it. Well, it stayed on my mind for a while, and I kept looking around, and I've seen a lot of Etsy sellers and Amazon sellers, but honestly, I don't really trust it. I know a lot of people now who have gotten theirs from Etsy, and had I known certain people like Black's Tropical Homestead, GG Naturals, like those channels, they both grow shampoo ginger and they got theirs from Etsy, and had I known that, I would have asked them. But I ended up going to a company called Aloha Tropicals. These were not very expensive. I want to say they were maybe like $10 each. And this one actually, instead of being just a regular shampoo ginger, this is a slightly different variety. It's still shampoo ginger, but the leaves are supposed to be variegated. So it's adding like an extra little cool factor here. So I'm going to take you through the process just to get these started, get them potted up. So here we go. We're going to show you how to plant shampoo ginger. I'm going to be filming this in 2 parts because step 1 is to soak these overnight in warm water. So I've already got a bowl back here. Let me take out my little rhizomes. There we go. Get them out of the paper. You can see this is what the rhizomes look like. So we've got a couple little buds on here. They're still slightly damp. They've got their roots started out. I'll tell you though, I can't quite tell which is the top and which is the bottom. So I don't know. But we're gonna get them in the water, let them soak overnight, and then tomorrow I'll come back and we will get these potted up. Here we go, some warm water, and these guys are going in the jacuzzi. Ta-da! And they'll just have a nice little soak overnight, and I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, so we're back the next day, and our 2 ginger rhizomes have been soaking overnight. I can see now where the growth tips are. So we're gonna go ahead and put them in some soil, and then eventually I will up pot them into the pot that we have for growing them both. So let's take you in. What I have here is some well moistened soil, and this is a mixture of a regular potting mix and also a tropical potting mix, because you want something that's going to be nice and loose and somewhat sandy, and it's going to have just what these little ginger rhizomes need. So I'm going to pop them in here to help them start getting rooted, and then once they've really started to take off and put out some growth, then I'll pot them up into the big pot I have for them. I'm going to go ahead and tuck that there. And cover them with about a ½ inch of soil. And I'm going to moisten that down. I like to use the spray bottle for something like this and just let it soak. because the bottom has already been made nice and moist. So we're just going to wet the top, let that soak. Now the reason you want to soak the ginger is so that it's got enough moisture to really give it a head start as soon as it's in the soil. That is awesome. And I'm going to leave it in this tray. I'm going to put the humidity dome over it to try and keep that nice and moist. Ta-da! So that's really it. There's not much to it. You want to make sure that you soak them so that they are nice and hydrated when they go in the soil. You want to keep them damp until they start sprouting, not sopping wet. Like, you don't want water to be able to run out. You don't want it just oversaturated, but you want it nice and damp. So that way there's always contact with the soil. You press it in nicely. It's going to put down some nice roots. It's going to start putting off some growth tips and starting sprouting. We're going to get that put into the pot with the tropical potting mix, and we'll go from there. That's it for now. I will see you in about 3 seconds for you and about 2 to 3 weeks for me when these are ready to transplant. So here we are, waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting for that shampoo ginger to sprout. It's been 3 weeks and nothing. And I'll tell you, I'm about ready to give up on it. But Sherry and Bobby from Black's Tropical Homestead have been coaching me a little bit on this. They said there were times that they thought that it was just dead. They were gone, they were rotted out, and they were gonna throw them away. And then they waited a couple more weeks and something popped up. So I'm crossing my fingers and staying hopeful. We'll see. One thing that I forgot to mention in the original video that I filmed of the planting process is what I did after I put them in the pots. Shampoo Ginger is a tropical plant. It does like warm weather, like 70 to 80 degrees is ideal for them for growing growth tips and getting sprouts going. I don't have heat mats because I don't even use them for my peppers. I find that I'm able to germinate peppers just fine indoors without having to go to that length. And if I were to put them in a sunny window, they would get very warm during the day under that humidity dome, and that would be great. But the draftiness of the windows overnight, they would just chill and freeze. So I opted to take the entire tray and I put it half over one of my heating vents in the floor. So this gave them nice warmth, and to kind of cushion them a little bit, I actually had a layer of soil under the pots so that the heat was coming up, filling the soil, and then radiating into the little dome. So that was a kind of interesting way that I've done that. I don't know if that has helped me or harmed me. We're just gonna have to wait and see when something sprouts or doesn't. So 3 weeks and we're waiting. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Okay, so it's been over a month since I planted the Shampoo Ginger rhizomes, and I'm telling you, I had given up. I was like, that's it. I did something wrong, or they're duds. I wasted my money. This is terrible. And then I came out a few days ago. I haven't had a chance to shoot it till now, but I'm really excited to show you what I found when I looked at them. So from this one, we got nothing so far. We're still waiting, but on the larger rhizome, look at that! And it's even turning green now. It was just a little white tip, but we have one sprout. And you know what? That's all I need. One sprout means I've got one plant growing, and I am gonna have Shampoo Ginger before too long. Woohoo! So excited! Ah! So I will keep you guys updated on the progress of the Shampoo Ginger as it goes, and I don't know how long it's going to take to fully mature and flower, but I will definitely be shooting a video of that when it happens and our first harvest, and washing my hair. One thing I just wanted to pop in here and add that I had forgotten when I came down and filmed this first is that we're going to leave it in that 4-inch pot for a little bit longer, let it really establish some roots, get up and growing, and then we're going to transplant it into the pot that we have for it. It's about a 5-gallon pot, and we're going to use the tropical plant soil that I have. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for notification of when I post new videos so you don't miss the harvest. And I'll see you guys in our next video when we grow more wicked awesome food from yard to table. Bye-bye.